Hey, good morning. It's your girl, Jersey Love Steph. And if you're out there, I just want to welcome you in. I just want to share this. As I was watching the news the other day, um, I seen people breaking in jewelry stores and, like this. It's evil. When somebody kills, steals, or destroys stuff, it's evil. And maybe this is the way people grew up, but we are taught from a young age this is wrong. So if this is your path, the only thing it does to us is it destroys us as people. It destroys our future. So the enemy comes to kill, steal, and destroy. So when you're stealing people's goods, you're serving the enemies. When you're killing people, when people murder people, you're serving the enemy. When you destroy relationships and families and people's businesses or their homes, you are serving the enemy's purpose. There is only two paths in life. And yes, we may have a different job, we may be in a different country, we may be in a different state, but when we are destroying, kill, steal, and destroy, we are serving the enemy's purpose. So God teaches us in the Bible there's only two paths in life. There's either the narrow path or there's the broad path that leads to destruction. So justice is so vitally important for all of us. So maybe people complain that they have to go to court, but thank God there is a judge. And we all, if we do something wrong, we will stand in front of the judge. And the judge is going to render a sentence. But it says in Ecclesiastes chapter 8, verse 11, when the sentence for a crime is not quickly carried out, people's hearts are filled with schemes to do wrong. That means when people see on the news that these people are getting away with stuff, a plan to see that they can get away with this stuff. But we know in our minds, don't think that God doesn't see what we do. So it's a path of the wicked. You can't sit with rotten fruit and expect that you're going to reap a good harvest. They're going to corrupt your character. You do not want to be associated with people who are lawlessness and just, you can teach them the way by sharing the word of God. But as far as sitting and in the same company of people who are just evildoers and just destroying other people's lives and everything, this is not the way to life. It destroys us here. That's why people are in prison. That's why we have a justice system, and thank God, because there is some very terrible people, okay? In their hearts is wickedness. But all of us at one time, we have to watch ourselves. But teach people really the way of righteousness. And it's not about living a perfect lifestyle, but it is about being good to other people, okay? But really, Jesus teaches us the way. But thank God for justice, because if you look at countries without justice systems and really like law and order, you see that it's a disaster. And in the Bible, it never goes against, us to be lawlessness of, the rules and people that are in charge of us. We're never supposed to be lawlessness. We're supposed to be, good to one another, looking out for our neighbor. And these people, they just destroy their cities. Why should children have to worry about walking out and, not being safe? This should never be the case. They should be able to walk out their house and not worry about, people having destruction in their hands. So if this is the path you're on, please turn, because all it does is it destroys your life and you destroy other people's lives, and you will never be content with yourself. When you destroy other people, no matter at the time if it felt good or not, it will destroy you in the long run. So that's why they said don't let the sun go down on your anger. And people that want to do away without a justice system and are people that we're supposed to serve and protect, really aren't looking at the reality of it. Because if we didn't have a justice system, what's going on now would be 1,000 times worse, you know. So thank God for our justice system and the people that serve and protect us. We are supposed to, as citizens though, and neighbors, we're supposed to look out for each other. But people destroy themselves. Not only themselves, but they try to destroy other people's lives. But in the meantime, they go to prison and stuff, even young people. which it's terrible. Because they think that that's the glamorous lifestyle when it's not. It destroys them. Even if you're poor here, what does it matter? Because this life is only temporary. Yes, it may be a struggle, but the thing is, when you're making an honest dollar, you're being honest, and God is going to reward that. He doesn't reward evilness. You may think that you're getting ahead by, kill, steal, and destroy, but you're not. It only destroys your life here, and then we have to face God. All of us will face God in eternity. And trust me, He's going to pull up our records. But Jesus paid it all on the cross, but it doesn't mean that we can break the law here and think that we're not going to go in front of a justice system. Thank God for justice. I'm in the United States of America. But if you look at countries without a justice system and just corruption, you'll see that it's no way. There's no future. So just know that, it catches up with us. And that's the enemy's plan, is to kill, steal, and destroy. It's never God's plan, never to hurt anybody. Even if they have wronged us, we're supposed to go to court if we have to. You forgive people. But if they really have done an offense to you, you take them to court. This isn't legal advice, but that's why we have a justice system, because we all will, even if you don't have money, you can take your case to court and, bring it in front of a judge, and they will listen to you, okay? It just maybe take like a couple weeks to get in there. But never take that for granted. The justice system is there to protect us and protect our rights. And when you have somebody causing a lot of chaos in the community, yes, there will be a penalty. And they will have to answer for it. Don't think that these people get away with it, because they don't. And think about, if you're sitting in a cell, what kind of life is this? It's no freedom. So just enjoy your life, what you have, and just thank God, and don't step in the path of the wicked. So if you're on the path of the wicked now, which means you're either killing people, or you're destroying people, or you're stealing stuff, you are on the path of the wicked. That is how you can judge. And if you are, turn from it and get off the path and give yourself a life and a future and a hope. Not only here, but in eternity. Okay, guys. Well, that's it. I gotta go, all right? God bless you. Please thumbs up. Justice is vital. And the path of the wicked is to kill, steal, and destroy. That's what it is. But Jesus came to give us life and have it at the best. God bless you guys.